You're a member of the British monarchy. It's strange, isn't it? All the traditions, the historical associations, all of that sort of stuff that are naturally associated with you. One of these particular things really did shock me, but of course I'm sure it's one of those things that if we all had the opportunity, perhaps we would all take advantage of it. But this time around it appears that the Duchess of Cambridge, the beautiful Catherine, seemingly has other ideas. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to have your company, big wave one and all. Nice to see all those wonderful brand new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Everybody here who's been with us a long time, our friends, our community, will give you a warm welcome, I'm sure. But do get involved, let me know what you think to some of the stories breaking over here in the comments below. And also thank you for your very kind words about the recent video about Embassy Records. Yes, the one from Woolworths. The thing that always shocks me, I've got to tell you, is that when you find these places, I don't know if you're like this, but when you find these places where you found where something actually went on, a moment in history, and you think, is this it? This tiny doorway or this street? You think, oh, I thought it was more glamorous. Everything looks more glamorous, doesn't it, in black and white pictures, when you look at sort of former nightclubs and cabaret venues and you think, people went in here? This was where Princess Margaret danced up, really? And that's kind of what I felt about Embassy Records. Wonderful thing though. And a lot of people were saying, was I suggesting that the sound-alikes were better than the real people? Not at all. But what I was actually saying was that, the production values and the vocal styles were incredible. It would have been hard to decipher who was who. And obviously, if you're on a budget, as we all are, maybe, things like that could come back in fashion, don't you think? Oh, don't let me remember out of a business here. When you think of the cost of living crisis, perhaps we all can't afford all the money now for Adele's or Barbara Streisand album. I'm jesting, of course. We love them both. Back as ever to your breaking royal story of the day. This story caught my eye because I find it fascinating. It's all about history and royal traditions and all that sort of stuff. Here's the deal, you see. I found this interesting because, as we know, the wonderful Angela Kelly has done so much to turn her wonderful monarch of 70 years into a fashion icon. I love the fact that she wears these bright colours. Now, allegedly, we are told that Her Majesty wears these bright colours so that she can be seen from a long distance. She said, I have to be seen to be believed. I know the feeling, Your Majesty. I have to be seen to be believed too, obviously, at times. And I like the fact that Angela introduced those clear umbrellas, brollies, so that even when it's raining, you can still see the monarch from a distance. Wonderful. But did you know this? That one of Angela's jobs, which I didn't know about, was to break in the shoes, the brand new pairs of shoes that our wonderful monarch will wear. Can you imagine? I mean, basically she has to wander around in them, possibly up and down Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, until the shoes are of a certain stretch that will be comfortable for our monarch, whether she's walking around, meeting people, or obviously in previous occasions doing long royal tours. An incredible thing when you think about it, not bad at all. So we checked in to find out if this tradition could be possibly going forward with our wonderful Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge. Now, I've been politely assured that this seriously wouldn't be the case. As you can see, Catherine loves a killer heel. She's also very sporty, never really gives up the opportunity to show off how fit she is. But apparently she's a fan of these. These are sort of like mini gel tights. And apparently you put them, this is one for the girls, you put them basically in your shoes and they have a cooling effect so that the shoes themselves, even if you tried them on and stretched them a bit, they don't pinch your feet and you don't have problems standing for hours on end in high heels. Must remember that. And unlike our wonderful monarch, of course, you won't need to do what Angela Kelly's done. A lot of people will basically say, when I first told them this story, it can't be true. It is true. Angela does break in the shoes for the monarch. But seemingly, this is one royal tradition that Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, possibly won't be taking forward. Is it a shame or not? I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.